I don't have a plug. Oh, I'm gonna be
All
struggling.
right.
Where's my chat?
Welcome to another unauthorized and rum-fueled treasure hunt in the sharky waters around the Gatsby Islands with deep diving Queen Raae and her Nattermob pirates. We do them alphabetically this time. It's AK,
Ruler of the chat.
Fabio Rosalo,
Woo! The original
Paul
host,
the Navigator.
Hello.
who will not be navigating tonight.
What?
Yeah, it's a night off for me.
It's a night off for
Pretend you didn't hear that, people. And me.
and you.
Uravea.com/fun. Yeah.
You're plugging before the plug. I don't know if that is sanctioned.
No, that's not a plug. That's not about. Okay.
Like my glasses are
So,
good.
what are we doing?
Yeah, so tonight I have prepared our voyage, and I am probably not as prepared as Paul, so it's going to be a little bit more of a YOLO stream, and limit our use of the YouTube quota, API quota, I guess, because YouTube wants you to pay, of course, if you call their API too many times, and they have different quotas for different endpoints. And we've been using the search endpoint, and that has a quota of 100. But we will then want to move that over to 2 other endpoints that are 1 each. Even though they give us 50 videos, I think if I understood correctly, they give us it's 1 credit for each of those endpoints. So we're going to refactor our code and go from the search endpoint to the playlist item endpoint and the videos endpoint. So are we excited? Paul is like, I'm not excited.
I'm fine. Like I said, it's a night off for me. I've looked over your commits on your branch. Looks good. Yeah.
So we'll see if I remember, but that's good because I might not. I did it like this morning. I started. So our intern went off on a mini holiday at 6 o'clock this morning. So that's when I coded this. I might not even remember it myself.
Well, this is the problem I have. If I prepare too far in advance, it gets to Friday, and I'm like, what are we doing? I can't remember. So
what did your interns do at the minute, and what are they going to do when we're finished?
So they are going to do exactly the same. They're just going to take less YouTube quotes or quotas each time they're hit. So today we're just going to change it on kind of the Gatsby build side and Gatsby node. But then I think after the stream, we're going to do the same kind of work in our live now function so that whenever somebody visits our sites to see if we're live or not, and we ask that live now function, it's only going to cost us 2 credits instead of 100. It's the plan.
The search is expensive, and I guess if you were using the API to do searches, allowing a user to type something in and search for anything, it is a powerful API, but we know already what videos we want to return because they're from Benedictes and they contain a string that we can use to filter on, so we don't need all that power. I think
I
credit to you for finding it.
Yeah, I have to then remember to put all the videos in a playlist because then we are not searching and we will have less units. So this you can see here is that big enough?
Yeah.
So yeah. Here
Question.
It's too much.
Too much. Yes, Fabio.
So YouTube API, I'm not familiar with that, and they use 100 units. Is that per month? Is that per day?
So
they throttle you. How does that work?
Yeah, so here, whenever you do a search, so a call to this method has a quota cost of 100 units. But the one we're going to try and change to is this one. And it has a quota. Where is the quota information?
It's a 24-hour period, I think, Fabio,
Yeah.
to answer your question.
Oh, yeah.
Which is frustrating because, like other API providers, like the Twitter API, for instance, it has a like an hourly rate limit. So if you do exceed it, it's kind of cool an hour later. Whereas with YouTube, if you exceed the quota, it's sort of done for the rest of the day. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. And so, which has always been quite stressful for us.
I did this work this morning, so we might hit that quota while like doing this part.
Well, then
of the
you could swap out the keys because we've got.
Yeah, I could swap out the keys. Yeah.
Yeah.
So and I don't remember. Do you remember how many free units you get every 24 hours, Paul?
I think it's either 1,000 or 10,000.
Okay, so
I think it's 10,000, but in
so
development that goes so quick because you're hitting it continuously on fast refresh.
Yeah. So we are then. So this, as we said, like the search list API is 100 units, and then the playlist item is 1 unit. So we're first going to use the playlist items to get all of the videos that are part of the Gatsby Deep Dive playlist. And after we've gotten all the videos and the IDs, we're then going to use this videos endpoint, which is also only one. Oh, it's slow. Which is also only 1 unit, I think. And it, as far as I've understood, it's 1 unit even if you're getting like 50 videos. We're going to use the list, not the insert list. Yeah, so this one also has a quota cost of 1 unit, and you can send in multiple video IDs. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get the video IDs with the playlist items list API, and then we're going to run the video list API endpoint to get more details about every video.
Oh, so it's like a double call. So you get the IDs. What does the playlist return then? The video IDs, did you say? Or
yeah, it can also return snippets. So I think in our first iteration, we'll just do that. But then I found finally, Paul, in this one, we can get, because we've had a big problem with the date sorting with the YouTube, because the published date is not the date you stream, it's the date you scheduled it, and then it's the 24 hours after you go live. It's like super weird. But in this one, you can get a response called live stream information. I think that's on overview. And there we can actually get the date we actually streamed.
And what's the query param for the videos endpoint? All of the IDs that playlist would return?
Give us, yeah.
Okay, fine. Okay, yeah, so we're basically doing like a batch call to get a whole bunch of video IDs that we can use in one hit for the video.
And then
endpoint.
we want to get this out so that we can actually do scheduled start time, because then we get 8 o'clock and then the right date for each stream instead of like this weird publish that date, which is like not.
I'm very impressed, Benedicta. You've been busy. This is very good. This is
what happens when the intern gets me up at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. I've really dropped the ball today. I've done very little. I was hungover. So
well, you know, somebody has to be hungover. And some of us have to do work. That's just just the way it is. So let's get started.
For you to get the playlist item, you need to know the playlist ID, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
So I already have that from before. So first off, if I remember correctly, we're just going to change this YouTube search list. We're going to change it from the search to the playlist items. And since I'm the one doing this today, it's going to be a lot of copy paste type coding. If I remember correctly, show code, JavaScript. And it's just playlist items. So playlist items list, and then it's not the channel ID, it's the playlist ID. So we got to find that. We still want the snippets. We still want 50. We won't order it in here. I think we don't need any of this. And then we have to find the playlist ID. So let's head on over to YouTube.
I guess you could call another API endpoint to get all your playlists, right?
Yes, I could. And I think that's only just 1 unit too. It seems like everything is, we're live now. Look at that. And it's this one. And then I guess it's this playlist ID up
I want to
here.
know what's on that video about powerful things that happened in that chap's 20s. Why are you watching that? Just reminiscing about your youth.
What? I don't YouTube playlist and then snippets. So let's just start with that and see what we get.
Will that error though? Because oh, what was that?
Oh, that was weird.
Does anyone get a weird noise?
You were,
Yeah, we
you were
did.
like
I went
a
robot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was me. Where's the little banner that should be on over my head here? Benedicta, I want a banner. I want a banner.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to make a banner.
Can I make it?
Yeah, you have to go under comments. There's banners, and then you can make a banner.
All right, I'll do it.
I love it when Ula's poking around in StreamYard. Anything could happen.
In like a year,
it's going to suddenly turn us all into potatoes or something.
Don't be alarmed.
Yes,
we're pirates.
So if anybody else has any YouTube API questions, hit us in the chat. Yeah, so we get the snippet, so it's the same as before. But if I remember correctly, when I was doing this earlier, the snippet now does not. Well, what did I do before to figure this out? See, I need my cheat sheet.
What do you want to do? Log out. You can do a little for each over it and log out what's in the snippet.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, but I did. Because I think they get a video. Oh, yeah, because we don't really need, I just used this ID. Yes, sorry. So the snippet is basically the same. So we'll then we'll create the nodes like we've always done. So we'll do video ID. Because then we'll use this ID, even though that's not too good at the moment. And then content digest, and the snippet should be basically the same. So let's see what we get in our...
Do the slugs stay the same then? Because I guess that's the only potentially breaking change, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not good. They're not going to be the same right now. But let's have a look at that snippet, because it's very interesting. The snippet is different when you call the playlist items and when you do the search, I think. At least it was for the videos. Like the snippet, content of the snippet changes a little bit depending on what endpoint you hit, which I find a little weird because it would feel like the snippet should be
the same throughout.
The same.
Yeah, that's really weird.
And in some, I think it's that they're trying to like limit what you get in your search results. So if we have a look at the snippet now, we have channel ID, channel title, description, playlist ID, and then there's a position in the playlist, published at resource ID, and there's our video ID. So before it was ID, video ID, but now it's resource ID, video ID.
Okay.
So if we then go back here and then change from video and then snippet dot resource ID dot video ID, then it should be the same. So for people watching, like how you figure these things out, it's not just because it's like a pain, but you have to go into these endpoints. So I go here to playlist list item, and then if you go to the overview, it shows you what kind of result you're gonna get, and then what types of properties you're getting. So here you can see that, okay, on our snippet, it's gonna give us resource ID, and then there's a resource ID, video ID. So like this is the one I'm using now. But for some of us, we usually just console log, and then we check it out there instead of reading the docs. But you do it the way you want to do it. So Paul usually reads the docs. Me though.
Why should you read the docs when you can struggle for hours and hours, right?
Exactly. So let's see if we have the same ID, something that looks like the same IDs at least. Our dev server is struggling a little bit. Oh.
I can't believe you still don't have elevator music.
Well, you can be our elevator music today.
We need to come up with something interesting that can happen while we're waiting.
Oh, we have to redo this because I just changed the ID. So when you change your create node, I think we need to restart the develop server. I forgot to do that, and now everything is slowing down. Sorry, what were you saying, Paul?
Yeah, I was just thinking we need to come up with some kind of solution for this to fill the time for season 2. We've got a lot of ideas coming up. One of the ideas I was thinking about, and it might not work all the time, but a little silent disco would be good. Maybe we can add some kind of CMS so that there's a page where people can go to while we're on stream with links that we're talking about, because we can't seem to post them on the chat. And maybe we could embed a little Spotify player for a 30-second sample of some music, and then we can all listen to it at the same time and have a dance. And as AK knows, I like to have a dance and video myself.
What? What have you been doing, Paul? This does not sound like do I need to like talk to Nattermob HR?
No, well, I don't think so. AK, were you offended? I think it was all above board, wasn't it?
AK's like,
I'd basically been out drinking and I came back and I was talking
just
to
stop
AK.
there. Stop there. It's fine.
And I videoed myself doing an amusing dance to Sister Sledge's He's the Greatest Dancer.
Oh my God. I had to restart this again because I hadn't saved. Sorry. Yeah,
And
keep
AK,
talking.
we can't hear you.
AK
No,
has
we
muted
can't hear
herself because she's disgusted with everything I've said.
Yep.
You can even hear me.
Oh, there
Yeah,
you go.
John.
Oh, now it's
John
very
is in
low,
the
but yeah.
house and he has some like good knowledge to share here. That is so true. Like, yeah, everybody put Google Maps on their sites and all kinds of plugins. I remember having some like WordPress plugin, and then suddenly, you know, the rate limit was reached for everyone, and you just got this like broken map instead.
That reminds me how Twitch decided to change how you embed videos, and that broke anything that people did with the Twitch API. And
it broke my plugin.
Yeah, it broke like all the things.
I don't remember if it broke my plugin, which might suggest that it's actually still broken. I know I had some issues with videos expiring, and that's why integration tests were failing. But I think
I don't know if I have to like restart my computer again today, because this went so much faster this morning. Okay, now it looks like we're getting somewhere. Yes, so now we have the same IDs that we had before this change, which is like not. I am very patient.
Yeah, the Twitch API now expects you to pass the parent and the website where you want to embed the thing.
I do remember it did break, yeah, because I had an issue as well with so when in the local environment it runs in Storybook, so I needed to pass in the local host as the parent, but only when it's in develop. But when it's in production, it needed to be the domain name.
Okay, there we go. There we go, people. We change it. It's the same. It's now loaded. But the difference we can see is that we now have like the full description. If we go to the Nattermob site, I think we'll see that when we use the search API, we're live now. Look at that. It's working. If we look at our Nattermob site, we just got like a little part of the description. So it looks like when you have the snippet in the search endpoint, you just get a tiny bit of the description. But when you have the snippet for the playlist endpoint, you get the full snippet. So that's also a difference. And another difference is that for the search one, you only get high-res thumbnails, while for the playlist one, you get max res. Let's see, can I find it in the docs search? So now we're finally going to get some good looking thumbnails. Yeah.
But we formatted the thumbnails.
Yeah,
anyway.
but Yeah, but if you look at the thumbnails, oh no, we had max rest here too. We just haven't used it, but let's use it now.
And John, just water because I'm boring.
Yeah, I'm also drinking water today.
It's season finale. Come on.
I'm so
Yeah.
hungover, but hair of the
I'm
dog.
so
I'm
fresh.
drinking. I have to get through it.
So now I just changed this from high to max res so that we're getting some better looking photos.
That feels
thumbnails.
like it might be new, that max res. I don't recall seeing that before. Do you remember
I
seeing
don't
that?
either. No, I don't. And that's why I thought it wasn't existing in the search and only in the playlist thing, in the same way with like description. You get a tiny description in search, but you get the full description in playlist. But now when I went back to the docs, it looked like max res was also in the search results. So something has changed in the weeks we've been doing this. I mean, we're getting old. We've been doing this for like 11 streams.
I know. I can't believe it. And people keep showing up as well, which is more interesting.
People are showing up.
Yeah. You got to hand it to John. Fair play. He's been here every week, hasn't he? Had great suggestions, interacted with us on Twitter, created a fork. What a legend.
Yeah, thank you. That's the stuff that keeps us going. So I think we're just gonna you guys start the break and then I'll restart my computer.
See what happens when Paul doesn't plan things?
Well, I had to do this last time. I need a new computer, people. So when I do my plug, run and buy. well, no, at least now we have a build. I'll do that before I restart my computer then. So if we now click here, it looks like we're going to get a better high-res thumbnail. Okay, I don't know what's up with that, but... Oh, please. Why did I say we were going to... Look at that. That is prettier than this one. Look at this. All grainy, and this is like beautiful. Okay, I'm going to restart my computer, and you start the break, Ula.
All right, people. I gotta take this banner off my face.
Good luck.
Oh, Paul, why did you go down there? Did you do that?
I'm okay being at the bottom. I've definitely been demoted.
I moved you up, Ula, because of the break.
No, I'll do this. Look at this. This is
Make
the
us
pro
big
thing to
screen.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I am restarting. See you
Hello.
soon.
See you in a bit.
Mute me while I'm gone.
No, would never fall me in, as they say in Norway.
What if she doesn't
Okay,
come
goodbye.
back?
So has anyone got anything to moan about Benedicte now that she's not here?
Moan about Benedicte? No, I would
No.
never offend the queen.
Maybe.
Me either, actually. She's a delight.
I'm paid to shut up, so okay, people. I know this might seem a bit unfair. I mean, especially to you, AK, since
Oh my
I said,
god.
hey,
I'm gonna turn my back on you.
have you got a dev journal? And you actually said no, but
I don't have the dev. No, I've been swamped, so my dev journal will be cookies.
it will be ad hoc. You let just to make it up right now.
Cookies
So-
is the flavor of this week.
Yeah. So, but I'll start out. So I'm
gonna get comfortable.
I'm working on this here. You see this box here?
Mm-hmm.
It's a JSON stringifier. And I'm gonna put this cat in there, and then I'm going to send it to the future. It's just a test because later I'll send princesses back to the past and to the future. So they're going to do this test with the cat first, and it's going to work, but later they will find a bug. So
Can I
I'm
ask a
going-
question about
Yes,
Stringify?
Yeah,
Maybe- So I sort of broadly know, but by default, I always write Stringify object null2. I know the second param is the replacer and the last is the indentation. But what do you actually put in the replacer? Has anyone done anything other than null?
Really?
Is it
I
regex?
know.
I've never
I always
looked.
look up the syntax, and I only ever do it just to push something very simple to local storage. to then retrieve.
I've only ever used null just because, well, I don't, most of the time I'm not looking to replace anything if I'm trying to stringify it because it's a response, but I'm just trying to, I don't know, has anyone ever used it for anything interesting?
Nope.
Okay. Great question. What an engaging question that was.
I don't have a clue.
I'm crashing the
my
party.
phone.
I see. You're like having.
You've
so
arrived
much
just in
fun.
time. I was boring everyone with a question about stringify.
And
I'm
here's my
actually
function.
Trying to
This
find
is
an
my-
answer.
This is my Gatsby function right here.
It's very
You know,
colorful.
It's called.
It looks like a ransom note, doesn't it? Like
It's
who
very
you
hard
kidnapped?
because everything is mirrored. There you go. It's called Post Princess Escape Handler. You know,
Post Princess Escape Handler. That
and
sounds
then
like
you see that bat there? That's the request, and then the dove is the response. You know, yeah. Ah,
You have a fan.
Tobias,
Yeah.
oh, where's my fan?
Oh.
Oh,
And
we're
now
all
it's
your.
AK
Like,
turn.
I'm an
She's
AK
going to
fan.
tell her about dev life in the real world. You know, what did you do today? Yes, take a drink. You can take a drink. What did you do today?
What did I do today? I actually had a very busy day. I was talking to some folk about accessibility and cookie banners, and then I was thinking about some more cookies, and then realizing that cookies are bad, but they're necessary, and also the documentation is really bad, and everything's really bad, and it doesn't make me want to have any cookies ever again. And I promised myself that I'm not going to deal with cookies until way later on into my dev career, and now I'm, bumping into cookies very early on.
Great.
Yeah, I've been busy. I've been doing some training.
It's real dev life, you know. You have to do things for production that you don't have to do in your side projects,
Yeah,
like cookies.
yeah. No, I need a side
So-
project, but
With cookies, there's a thing called zombie cookies, where even if you remove them, they come back, which is very annoying. And
You're giving Ula's Ula
it's-
IDs
it's
now.
bad.
There's going to be a
um,
zombie cookie drawn very soon,
it'll be a
Fabio.
book about zombie cookies.
yeah.
Sorry, what were you saying? I interrupted.
Just saying that even if you clean your cookies, some of them they will come back because companies are using some very crappy things to make sure that you have the cookies so they can track you, which is good. And also, if you deal with cookies on Safari, that's another nightmare.
What's so special about cookies in Safari?
Safari just tied down their security thing, so sometimes it breaks cookies bad.
Okay.
So you have
Yeah.
to do it in a way. I guess Paul didn't like cookies talk.
No, he's like, you're boring. You're talking about cookies.
That's okay.
He's gone to sign in as Meltwater.
Oh, yeah, he's gonna go in. Now Meltwater will
Fabio, do
show
you know
up in
about
the chat.
Meltwater? He's a
Mouthwater.
legend.
He's a legend in the chat who's always a fan of Paul.
Oh, I know.
Always shows up when
yes,
Paul is
yes,
off
yes, yes,
stream.
yes.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
so John is saying that he wrote a React hook listening to the loading of component for light dark mode with match media prefer color scheme dark. Matches CSS hydration issue with the on pages. That sounds like a mouthful. That sounds a lot like we were doing with trying to listen to events on reduce prefers reduce. I'm not even going to say it. Reduced motion prefers, something like that. That we did in the Marquee stream. If anybody wants to have a look at that one, but good stuff. So for the
And yeah,
new
Peter,
people,
we'll never run out of cookies. Sorry.
and for the people who are you, whose fan club are you in now? AK John's.
I'm in John's fan club.
Yes, we're all in John's fan club. But for the people new to the stream, though, AK.
You tried to find him, you couldn't find it?
You couldn't find multiple. I was gonna
Did Meltwater comment while I was off?
her first
Yes,
dev.
he did, Paul. He said he ran something. He said, "Give me money, and I'll say that I'm Paul."
He's not in the
You're
chat, or she.
Not in the chat. No. You can't do ransom notes in the chat. You know that.
You'll soon get one of those sketch notes that looks like a ransom note, Paul. Otherwise, Meltwater will start writing bad stuff about you.
No, he's not going to write bad stuff. He's just going to say that he's Paul.
I feel bad for
Okay, let's get back on track.
Someone, as a source of amusement, but it's just never going to get old. So funny.
No, we do love it when Meltwater is in the chat, though.
Yeah.
And John said that our stream helped big time. Great.
Yes.
Great.
Results.
And I am going to repeat myself because we asked AK about what she did on her job today because AK is a newbie dev at, can I say where I work?
I'm so much of a newbie dev that I told my team today that they need to watch what they say because they have a junior in the room. Because everything was just basically this.
And basic and simply.
I don't speak English. I have no idea what you're talking about. So I struggle with an end-to-end test. But I wrote one and then I broke it and then I struggled a little bit and then it was time to do some learning. And I was speaking to loads of people. I had a few meetings that were really, really nice and insightful. We have Learning Fridays on Fridays. It was really fun.
Ooh, Learning Fridays.
Really
that sounds good. Sounds like this. Yeah. Learning Friday. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
So
sorry, I just came in and took over the break, Ula. So I'm gonna try and hand it back to you, even though I'm not that good at handing over control.
Huh?
That was some insight.
So that was a great dev journal. Yeah. You changed to beer. Okay, cheers for the dev journal.
Cheers.
Woo!
It will come. It will come one day. One day. I'm swamped.
No, that was
good. Every night this week.
You've been writing tests. That's real. That's
real. No, shut up, Queen. That was the dev journal. Like, if she comes up with some kind of excuse that she didn't, it doesn't matter. She just did it.
Yes, she did.
Yes.
And she did real dev work writing tests, was what I was going to say.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I do touch code sometimes.
And also, you can mute me at any time, Ulla.
Yeah, you're the host.
Of course, he's not going to do that. Otherwise, he's going to get in trouble. So,
yeah.
Hey, we have the exact same mugs in Poland. They're so popular. I feel like every household has them. There was also a time when like this exact same mug.
Red cup starts you up. You have a different slogan. What's your slogan in Poland then?
No, we just say it just says Nescafe.
You have
everywhere.
No
like everyone has like at least one.
You don't have the slogan there?
Had some.
You know what? They had to remove this from the Norwegian market.
Because
there was a dispute. Somebody else had red cup and there was a dispute and they removed it.
That's a story for another day.
But not the cups, of course. They're free. But the little things that the actual coffee, yeah.
Okay, are we going to move the break along?
Paul, you're pixelated today.
I don't know. Am I pixelated now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you feel a little bit woozy? Is that it? Plenty of water. It helps, Paul.
I don't
know.
know.
You should drink water, not beer. Oh, your Brits are all the same.
The only thing I've done different is just off screen. I'm streaming the football on my phone, and that's the only thing that might be eating my bandwidth.
Oh, come on!
Is it?
Come on!
You're getting
the
worse
football on the 4G or the 5G, not on the Wi-Fi.
It's not worth it. Turn it off.
Right, I've turned the football off. I'll see if that helps.
Well, turn the football.
You know what? I want
to. You're drinking beer.
I want to code again soon, Ola.
Huh? Yeah. Okay, but
I'm going to ask the chat to.
ask the chat to mute me. No, we Fabio must do his. Fabio must do his dev journal, even though we didn't prepare him for it.
That's fine, because I don't really have anything to say because I'm on holidays, so
Yes.
I didn't even look at code today.
Great! Tell us what you did.
Nice.
That's dev life too, holiday.
Today,
Yeah.
what I've done, I played a game since morning until now, and then I'm going to make dinner. That's my interesting life.
What are you
Because the
making?
weather in UK has been really bad, so it's not good.
What are you making?
Possibly lasagna.
Ooh.
Is it lasagna? Is that how you pronounce it? Because I have a feeling like I've been saying it wrong all my life. It's not really a lasagna, and it's actually something really completely different.
I think so.
Well, yeah, I suppose that's how you said it.
What do you call it?
I call it lasagna, but that's probably not how you pronounce it. I think Paul's chosen football.
I think
Yeah, I
he
think
has
so.
because he's not the navigator today. He's like, I haven't watched football. Me.
It's very British.
It's very British.
Yeah, watching football, drinking beer, and then skipping off work. It's the opposite of Poland, isn't it, AK?
We now have 7 viewers. Should we?
That was mildly racist, but it's okay.
Oh,
It
sorry.
was funny.
I didn't even say unintentional. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Paul, are
need
you
to whip
ready?
this break.
Paul, did you turn off the football?
Yeah, I did. And
Did you get it? You
am
look
I
better.
still
No,
pixelated?
No,
You
you're
look
not.
better
No.
already.
I don't know. Let's get on with
Oh,
it.
we got a new friend. Look at
Yeah,
this.
Jason is here to mess with Paul.
Jason's my friend from a long time ago, and he just messaged to say, "Where are you watching the football?" He's in LA, and I was like, "I'm on stream," and so now he's just turned up to cause mischief. Hi,
That's
Jason.
And you
great.
weren't here.
Welcome, Jason. That's great. We don't know what #S means, but it's probably some football joke. So
It's not. It's a stupid comment that someone left on an Instagram photo of mine about 10 years ago. Actually, maybe not quite that long, 5 years ago. And it's just a funny thing between me and Jason. And now I'm regretting telling you.
yeah, forever.
Oh. Can you elaborate?
All right. So, Paul, what's your dev journal then?
My dev journal this week has been not really that dev related. I have done a lot of design work this week and branding work for season 2 of Nattermob, plus our summer functions thing, which I'll plug later, and quite a lot of branding work for this top secret Gatsby project I'm working on. So yeah, not really a lot of code, weirdly.
What's top secret?
Well, it's top secret. I can't tell you, can I?
But I can.
I thought
No, just kidding. I won't say a
the
word.
Project Malwater.
My mouth is sealed with.
Something in that loft.
With this little boat here. Do you see the little boat? Okay. Now, I'm not going to say anything. My mouth is sealed with this little boat.
Is Ula on something tonight? What's going on?
No, we our intern is on a mini vacation, so he has had a full day without a child in the house.
Paul, I have a lot of questions.
We're not showing these messages, Ula.
Why? I like him. They're great. Who's this Jason? We need him. We need him back. Come back, Jason.
It's 8:40. I want a code now. Come on.
Okay, great. Cold. Yes, do it.
But I have so
we
many
need
questions.
You back. Pablo, we need you back on like hosting.
I'm trying to get your screen on here. I can't do it.
Well, I haven't.
But
shared
I have
my
so
screen
many
yet
questions.
because I've been- Yes. Save them for the chat.
All right. right.
But are we not
We're-
plugging anything? Or
Yes. Yes, we are actually. Very good.
look at that. Look at what I'm plugging.
Woo!
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gatsby functions.
So-
we love Gatsby functions.
We do love Gatsby functions. You can check out our last stream. And this summer, you can have fun learning Gatsby functions by adding at least 3 serverless functions to your existing Gatsby site. Was that good enough practice, Ola, for my pitch?
That was good.
Yeah, but joke aside, this summer, and I think we're going to be starting July 10th, we're going to have 5 weeks with 5 challenges where we'll challenge you to add serverless functions to your existing Gatsby site. And then there will be a little bit of a live streaming. There will be some group coaching or workshopping. I'm not sure what to call it yet. This is kind of a draft. And then there's going to be, expensive prices to join. Not expensive prices, but tickets. But everyone who's here now, we're not sure if these are going to be the final prices, but if you use Nattermob when you check out, you get 50% off when we launch. So remember that. Write that down in your little notebook and you can get 50% off. And if you want to get notified when we officially launch, you can sign up at the bottom here. And if you just want to YOLO it, these buttons actually work. So you can just buy it right now if you want to with the checkout code Nattermob. Look at that.
You're going to show the design, the work in progress design, because it's going to look quite different to that next time.
Look at that.
You visit the site.
Ooh, Nattermob. Yeah. And then this, I have to open that in another window. Paul, tomorrow we'll be working on the design and the copy and the price and everything. And we'll go live at July 1st at the latest for sale, kind of with a full program. And Paul has made some really nice. I'm signed out now from my docs, so we're not.
Do you want me to
showing
send
off
you a
that.
link?
Yeah, you can do that. You can do that.
Yes.
So I don't know what's happening. Is it probably the foot? Who's playing, Paul? Because there's been
No,
a
it's a
lot of
party.
parties today. Yeah, but there's
London,
been lots of
Scotland.
parties.
It's got nothing to do with football. It's the kids. They don't watch football anymore.
Link in the private chat to the
Yeah, private chat.
design.
Look at that. It's going to be all happy summer-like.
Nice.
So have a look out
Very
for
cool.
that. So that's Paul's work. And then, so for the challenges and then the kind of group coaching or workshopping or whatever we're going to call it, we're going to help you live to get it done. Or you can choose to just go for the live webinar. And then it's kind of like these streams where we go through the code and you can ask questions in the chat. But then if you want to have more like more help, you can go for the group coaching. And then there's even the now called Royale, where you'll get 3 pair programming sessions with me to get you to deploy with your functions.
Can I
Yeah,
have Paul
so-
design my website?
Well, Paul might design like a starter for the people who don't want to use their own site. So we'll see. Right, Paul?
Am I?
So you shouldn't be watching football.
Okay.
This
Ola,
is
you
just
wanna-
how Queen works, sneaks things in. And I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
okay, fine, I'll do that as well.
Okay. Over to you, Ola.
So, do you regret not having tried Gatsby functions yet? Did you hear that, AK? It rhymed. Do you regret not having tried Gatsby functions yet? Okay, well, it's to me.
What am I supposed to-
I
I didn't read the memo. What's happening?
Oh, sorry about that. Okay, so I'm doing this book, yeah, and I'm going to make the book the story and the workbook, which is going to be about Gatsby functions. So this whole time ship here is going to be built with Gatsby functions. Yes, and we're going to, like I showed you earlier, we're going to send princesses So you can get your own workbook, you know, print it out. It's coming soon. I'm making it this summer with Lillian. It's coming soon. Gatsby functions plus you equals true.
Oh.
Yes. That's it. So no, no, it's here. olavea.com/fun. Yeah.
Great.
It's going to
Can you
cost
do-
money.
Are you gonna blow on the whistle thing and then we're back to
Oh.
coding?
No! Everybody must have. We must have more plugs.
Well, it's 40 like we haven't got 10 minutes left of this stream.
Okay, cold then. It's fine. It's fine. Cold.
I hope everyone shows up August 6th for the new season, where Paul is back as navigator, and we're gonna do some more coding. We also want feedback. Do you want more coding? Do you want more banter? What do you want? Okay, so we have managed to use the playlist items API, giving us full description and a better high-res video, or thumbnails. So what we want to do now is that we want to add, I should have done, and no, I have done that. What we want now is better streaming dates. So if we look at the snippet published at, it's all weird. This is what we want later. Come on. Oh, you're like this. Oh, we're sorting. There we go. So this one, season finale, minimizing our Gatsby our YouTube quota usage. It says June 3rd, and obviously today is not June 3rd. That's the day this was scheduled. So instead, we want to have the actual streaming date. And I found that in the YouTube API that we could get that from the video endpoint. I should have fixed this while I was listening to you guys, but I didn't. We want the videos list. So if we go to the video list, we then see that we can get scheduled date. You can ask question, people, since we're coding. So we want to have this the live streaming information. Hello. So much info you can get. I should search. Thank you. Live.
You're welcome.
No. There, live streaming detail. So we want this instead of just snippet. We want the live streaming detail part,
What is actual
as they
start
call
time?
it. It's the actual time we pressed, kind of going live.
Yeah.
And then it's the actual end time, but then it's a scheduled start time, a scheduled end time.
Cool.
Yeah.
That might be kind of nice as well to surface at some point. We'll see how many of the streams actually ran over an hour. Because
all of them?
Yeah. I think we did one, the intro.
So if we, what I kind of want to do is add that there, live streaming details to the part is kind of where we say what types of data we want, but that is not available on the playlist items. So we need to use the video list endpoint, and to use the video list endpoint, we need to have a list of IDs. So what we're going to get from this response now, it is all these video IDs, and we need them as an array. So I'm going to do const response, and then I guess it's data items, and then I'm going to map over them. We get a video item, and then we want to just send back this video ID. And we need to have a constant, which is ID. Const ID equals response data items. We map over them, we get back the IDs. And then instead of then we need another await. So let's call this something better. Let's call this playlist response. And then we need a new response, which is then videos response. And then we need to await another endpoint, which is YouTube. Then it's videos list. So they end up with like list at the end of all of them. And then I think it's just IDs. Let's have a look at the endpoint. So these are the parts that are allowed. And then it's IDs, parameters, specify comma separated list of YouTube videos for the resources that are being retrieved.
So that's basically going to be the array of IDs that playlist
that
response
has to be,
gives back.
There has to be a string, right?
Yeah. So I'm doing now IDs join with a comma so that it becomes a comma separated list. And then we needed the parts. And we then want snippet, but also this one that we searched, but that we can find now here, which is live streaming details.
Should that be ID rather than IDs above on line 59?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it should be. Which is like weird, like, you know, it's IDs, obviously. So obviously this, at some point this was an ID, and then they added in the possibility to make it comma separated, I guess, when they made the API. So it's still ID as well. Thank you, Paul. So ID, and then it's the video response that we want to loop over. And the snippet is the same, so we could still keep this ID and the slug. And we are just spreading our video data. So that means we will also spread this live streaming details. And I've written snippet with 3 Ps. There we go. So if we run this now, I am hoping that the live streaming details will then show up in the GraphQL layer. If I haven't done anything wrong, which, you know, I might have. We are now YOLO programming a little bit. So now while we build, everybody chat amongst themselves, right? So maybe we shouldn't have a break. We should just have
we do. Yeah. And we need a jingle for like the oh no, actually we don't need a jingle for the beginning.
Silent disco. We need the silent disco.
Oh, so now we don't have resource ID anymore because we're getting them from the video items. So let's go back to our video and then see where we can find the ID this time. So this is what I'm saying. Like whenever you change the endpoint, they change up a little bit what comes where, which is a little annoying. So if we go and
which one error?
The video ID. So we want snippet.
That from the snippet resource ID. Is it that one?
Yes, it's not this one. It's the snippet. What did you say?
Snippet resource ID. Is that what you showed us earlier?
Yeah, but that's only from the playlist.
Oh, this is from the videos endpoint.
Yeah, so we need to figure out where this video ID is on
video.id. You don't want to use that one, no, the top level one.
There is a top level one. Sorry, I can't. This ID?
So that'd just be video.id, right?
Yeah, maybe it's just that. Yeah. So because now we're actually asking the videos endpoint. So then maybe that will be the ID, and not like some other weird ID. Okay, let's see. But it's gonna take
Crossing
forever.
fingers, AK.
Are you? Yeah.
We need to finish the stream at some point, right?
Yeah. Do we?
Well,
I'm not saying I'm in a rush.
Yeah, Paul wants to watch football.
So I've got it here. I'm sort of glancing.
That is why you are pixelated again.
Have I pixelated again?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And also you sound like a robot.
Oh, rubbish. Well, you're just gonna have to deal with it.
But could you not? Don't you have like 4G on your phone? You could watch the soccer game on your phone and then have the stream on your Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
All right.
Look at that.
Who's even playing?
John said, "Yay, code." So this summer, folks, we need to like talk to the people who watch these streams and see what they want more of and what they want less of.
I think
Do
it's
some
more
user
cool.
interviews. Yeah, me too. It keeps showing up.
Okay, I am watching the football on
Okay.
4G. Am I still robot?
But look at that. We have live streaming details. Actual start time.
No, you don't want
Scheduled
actual
time.
start time. You want scheduled start time.
Yeah,
Oh,
but let's see if
do you really want actual start time?
No, I want scheduled. I just wanted to see if they are
Yeah.
like differ a lot. Like this one was 22 seconds above the hour. This one 2 minutes and 24 seconds over the hour.
What are you going to do with that start time? Are you going to pump that out to the page somewhere?
I want to sort by it so that we sort our videos in the actual order we're
Right.
streaming them and not in that weird like YouTube order. So if I remember, you can do sort here, and then we have to choose the field we want to sort on.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like how's the syntax again?
Sort will probably be object.
Oh yeah, so then we do field. And then we want live streaming details, scheduled start time. And then we want the order. And then if we do descending, we get the season premiere on the top for season 2. And if we do ascending, then we're going to get our first one on top. So I think we're going to do descending. And now I need to add. So to be able to sort, we need to actually have this data queried. It looked like. So if we go back to index, where we'll edit below the snippet. And then we need to add that sort data. And it's going to be in parentheses. I never am going to get accustomed to like GraphQL.
Never say never, Benedicta.
I'll never say that. That's true.
You just have to write it all the time, and then you'll start getting it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so
but then
now
what if you forget something else that's really important?
I'm just saying that's how you usually get into doing stuff.
So now I'm trying to sort it the other way around, just we see the change in our local environment. I need to do something to this computer. It's not doing
loading. Did you do it last week?
Yeah, we did that with Kyle on the stream last week.
That was a fun stream.
Is it?
I got a bit love struck with Kyle.
Yeah,
I was so
and look
nervous.
at that.
Was it?
Oh yeah.
No, was it like? Did you just have like? What is it called when it's like a star and
Starstruck?
Starstruck, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
He was so starstruck, and he was
it just
fanboying.
because, like, initially, or did you like develop this whilst you were watching him code, or?
Well, no, I've admired his work for a long time, and then to have him on the show was just really nice. It was good that he took some time out to do it, and so yeah, when he started talking about certain things and the things that he's done, I started swooning, and then because I was nervous, I was drinking too much, and then that got the better of me, and then I got really hot.
I know your pain. We've all been there.
But did you not see my amusing tweet about likening meeting him to what non-tech folk might
Twitter
feel?
has been depressing me, so I actually have been like, I'm only doing the minimal interaction with Twitter.
So you basically just need to follow me and Benedicte, and that's the gold, and then just ignore.
I will,
everything else.
I will remove everyone else. No, okay. I'm gonna leave you, Benedicte, and Professor Brian Cox, and that's all I'm gonna follow, and I'll be happy. And I'm not gonna have, any depressive tweets in my feed.
Or just stop going to Twitter.
Yeah, that's kind of what I know. I have no time for Twitter, and half the time I don't even know where my phone is, and I'm not using Twitter on desktop because it's weird. I mean, I am.
I
Oh,
don't-
literally
I
just
do
now,
it.
but-
I do it the other way around. I try to only use it on the desktop so that I won't be on my phone all the time. But it's
Yeah.
not
That's a
really
good idea.
working. So now we actually have the dates come up as well in the local string. So as you can see, it says so in Norwegian, you do the day first and then the month and then the year, and then, it's 8 o'clock. So it's local time zone. And then it's also,
Do you want to
the-
YOLO some date formatting in GraphQL?
no, because I didn't really want to do it in the GraphQL, because then we're getting the time zone of the server and not the time zone of the browser people are doing it in, watching it in.
Oh, so
I
would you
see.
add something for afterwards after you fetch the data? You would just format it somehow yourself.
Yeah, so now I'm formatting it. I'm
Use the
taking
local
this.
string.
I'm taking the scheduled start time. I'm creating a date, and then I'm saying to local string,
Mm-hmm.
and then I can do ENGB, which gives me the style of formatting that British English has, which is then 6/8 with like the
Yeah.
the slashes instead of the dots like we do in Norwegian. But I'm still getting it in Norwegian time, which is 20:00:00. And I guess local time Britain it's 7 when we start, right, Paul?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this will then give people the date in the local time. But what's interesting is when it's being server-side rendered on the server, it will then be the time zone of the server that will show up. And then when it then comes to the browser and the browser hydrates, then you're going to see a flicker from the server time to the browser time zone. So here we would want to do one of those is mounted, Paul, so that we only show the date after it's mounted, so we don't get that flicker. But we're not going to fix that now. That's going to be for another stream. I'm going to put. Did that make sense? Did anybody have any questions about that, or do everyone just want the stream to end?
No, date formatting is hard enough as it is. So I fully. You could actually do a full episode on all the possible ways of formatting this.
Yes, that would be a fun one. Yeah,
mean-
because we could do this so many ways. Yeah.
You can do a whole season just on time zones and dates.
Oh my god, no.
I mean, we definitely could. But one interesting way would maybe be if we formatted it with the GraphQL, and then we had the parenthesis that said like your local time, and we only show that after the browser had rehydrated, so that it would just like add something on instead of having that flicker. That would be super cool. Oh, Tobias has to leave. Yeah, thank you for showing up for so many streams, and I hope to see you this summer and also in the fall. Yeah, but I think we're just going to let it flicker for now. So for people who are on different time zones than the server, it's going to flicker a tiny bit. So do we want people to have their local time date version, or like the way the date works as well? Yeah, we do want that. So we just do local string. I think that's it for today.
Good job,
No,
Benedict.
No, I had another thing I wanted to do. If I can get you're like, oh. I just wanted to add a little like pre on the description and some styling so that it actually formats with our so white space pre-wrap. But I don't know what to do about this computer being so freaking slow these days when we stream. I need to clean it up this summer.
What do you have on?
Fabio built his own computer.
No, Fabio was going to buy me a computer.
No, he built his
Yeah.
own.
When I get here millions, but you know,
We should have another stream on building old computers and playing really old games.
Yeah, so I just added some pre-formatting so this doesn't just show up. It shows up how it's formatted on YouTube. And then hopefully, I'm hoping we could do something fun here where if I write the description in Markdown style, then we could like parse it through a Markdown React component and then have it actually show up in the true formatting. But that will be for season 2.
Yeah. Season 2, when we prettify everything right.
Yes. And then let's add the live streaming date to the video page as well. And then we're done for today.
What color like background are you going to go for? Or will you ask the audience?
Well, I had this idea, maybe
Yeah.
mixing up the theme switching. So rather than having light and dark mode, we'd have Queen and Pirate mode. So naturally, pirate mode would probably be quite dark, and we'll use like a pirate-related font. And then if you switch to Queen mode, we can have brighter colors.
Pirate-related font. What font exactly is that?
Well, the font I've used in our new branding, I think, is called Playful Pirates.
All right, cool. Oh my god, you know what? If you Google pirate font, there's actually quite a few fonts. Ooh, funky.
Yeah.
I love fonts. Did I tell you I have a thing for typography?
No, you didn't say it.
Yeah, I have a thing for typography. I love these. I don't like that one. That's awful. It should stop existing. Did I say that out loud?
Which one? Which one are you talking about?
It's iMatey.
The font is called iMatey.
It's literally like Comic Sans, but with something extra.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's this like perfect, it's an essay written like it is Comic Sans. Have you seen it?
Oh. No.
I think it's called like I Am Comic Sans Bitch or something.
Oh, no.
No, I'm coming asshole.
Okay.
It is super funny because
my
God! Here it is.
I can't look at this.
No, it doesn't exist anymore.
No, I've got it.
You found
Yeah.
it?
I'll put it in the chat.
AK removed it. She didn't like that one.
I'm a master moderator. I do not like
I heard she said.
You move things from the Twitter.
She said, "I don't like it. I don't want
Did
it
you
to
send it?
exist." And then it went away.
You send it in the private chat.
Oh yeah,
Private
wait,
chat.
okay.
You can't put it in the chat, so.
I will put it here.
And
But
then
anyway, I'm
after
done
the
with my
stream. After the stream, we're going to meet on Whereby.
Are we?
Yes. And then we can tell people, and then the people in this chat can show up.
Well, I don't think there's anyone left in the chat.
John's still in
John
the chat.
is there.
John, please join us, John. Okay, so this is super funny. Like, I'm Comic Sans asshole. Listen up. I know the shit you've been saying behind my back. You think I'm stupid, and there's some good things there. It's like I'm a system font, and when people need to kick back, have fun, and party, I will be there and like your pathetic fonts. While Gotham is at the science fair, I'm banging the prom queen behind the wood shop. I mean, it's master essay. Check it out. It's Max Sweeney's short imagined monologues. It's really funny. Okay, I think we're done. Should we do a summary and then just like wrap up this season? Or should we do our favorite moment from the season?
Okay, what is it?
My favorite moment?
Yeah.
We should also vote for like the background for the next season, unless you want to ask the audience.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I think we're gonna, if you follow us, keep following us on YouTube, we're gonna try to do some shorts this summer to keep you engaged until the next season airs. And there will be some design briefs coming out, and we might, do some fun polls on Twitter.
Are we still doing little dips? Was that thing?
Little dips.
Little
something
dips.
like that.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, I haven't even wrapped this up I'm done. While we are having the after stream, I will make a branch and I will push it and we'll make a pull request and all of that when my computer actually works. And then I am going to clean up my computer this summer. I bought 2 new hard disks. It's going to be, all clean and ready for the next season.
Go for it.
Very low energy today, isn't there?
This has been another unauthorized and rum-fueled treasure hunt in the sharky waters around the Gatsby Islands with Gatsby deep diving queen Raae.
Thank you for showing up, people, for a whole season.
And her Nattermob
And Paul is
pirates.
watching football.
Where's the after show? Where are we meeting for the after party?
I'm gonna figure that out. But we'll adjust the.
Paul the Navigator.
Oh yeah, hi.
Christer is here! Hello, Christer!
Hello, Krista. Join us for the after party.
I'm going to have to make dinner though, so
Yes,
I don't
you
think
can show us.
yeah.
You can show us what you do. Okay, so that's Fabio
Yeah,
Rosado,
let's move to Fabio's kitchen. Let's move to Fabio's kitchen.
and then it's AK.
It's me.
She did her dev journal. We liked it. And
Yeah,
Uravea,
I will.
Parrot.
I will. I mean, I have a random journal. I don't know about dev journal.
Look at this. What happened?
Oh,
I can only see the queen.
I'm sorry.
What are you
We are then meeting at lilylabs.whereby.com/Gatsby. I was showing where we were meeting a lot.
Okay, sorry.
Just
Bring it back.
What has happened tonight? What is going on?
I clicked it. I'll do it again. Remove. Oh, sorry. That was me. Totally me. Sorry. Okay.
Have you actually been drinking today, Ola? Okay. So I don't know if people can see it though.
okay. Whereby.com Gatsby. Okay. So Lily Labs.
There, and then we can
Zoom in. There we go.
there we go.
lilylabs.whereby.com/Gatsby.
Yes. Yeah. So
Is there anyone even left in the chat?
I don't.
How many
I don't know.
watching?
We'd love to see you there. Our kid is on vacation. It's gonna be fun.
Christer, we looked at your island yesterday. No, on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Or was it Tuesday?
But yes,
Am I
on
spelling
Tuesday.
Lily wrong? Lily Labs. Whereby.
Yeah, but you can't put it in the chat. They take it away from the chat. You can't have web addresses. You need to put spaces in between or something.
See, I didn't know that. Okay.
Unfortunately.
Okay.
So if people change the spaces with dots, I think this should work. There we go. Okay.
Okay, I'll push the button. Everybody wave. Wave.